So what's really happening? Holiday edition. We got rapper Gates in studio. G8z.
Gates in the building.
Start with a song.
Okay.
Let's get into it, man.
And this first song is
What you gon' do? Push just with shove. Ain't no help, ain't no love. Got no dope, got no plug. Back against the wall, can't move, can't budge. Had to stand still, stuck, can't nudge. Do what you gotta, who really gives a fuck? Bill, man, all I want is the bucks. And if you ain't got 'em, then your ass fucked up. Nobody gives a fuck when you're down on your luck. When shit get real, it ain't no us. A fool for them dollars, by any means thug. What you gon' do when push go to shove? What you gon' do when push go to shove? Money spent up like fresh out of love. Down so far that you can't see up. What you gon' do? Push just went to shove. What you gon' do when push go to shove? Everything new, but you got no bucks. Can't bar shit, everybody fucked up. What you gon' do? Push just went to shove. Bitch, I don't smile, cause ain't shit funny. I done fucked up, it's getting worse in a hurry. Far from a child and I ain't never been a dummy. But once you done did it, that's it, you done done it. Bad attitude, I can't even get blunted. Everything doing, I ain't got no money. Hungry as fuck, ain't no food in my stomach. Funds going out, but it ain't there coming. Fuck them ones, bitch, I'm running. Chain bail out, real nigga, no frontin'. I'm tryna get back, make something out of nothing. But shit's so bad that it ain't no McLovin'. Went to Graham's house, even she mean mugging. She tired of people, we've been more tired of struggling. Say, do what I gotta, she really ain't judging. In today's recession, they ain't pushing, they shoving. What you gon' do when push go to shove? Money spent up like fresh out of love. Down so far that you can't see up. What you gon' do? Push just went to shove. What you gon' do when push go to shove? Everything new, but you got no bucks. Can't bar shit, everybody fucked up. What you gon' do? Push just went to shove. Where's my loyalty? What happened to the trust? Bad side bitch, y'all fuck with no glove. Used to have a balance, but now I'm in a rut. Wifey at home with them both, I'm in love. Rockin' a hard place between, I'm stuck. Thinking with my dick, got a nigga fucked up. Seen a bad bitch and a nigga had to fuck. Never thought for once that I might fall in love. Hit one time, never call again, thug. The bitch was a fool, a woman and a slut. I done fucked up, put a baby in her gut. Get a bitch pregnant, push just went to shove. What you gon' do when push go to shove? Money spent up like fresh out of love. Down so far that you can't see up. What you gon' do? Push just went to shove. What you gon' do when push go to shove? Everything new, but you got no bucks. Can't bar shit, everybody fucked up. What you gon' do? Push just went to shove.
All right, we're back. Was radio silence over? All right, we're back at our early morning edition. And Gates, you seem like early bird.
Yeah, man. I take naps. Actually, I don't really sleep too much, man. I be having a lot of things to do. You know what I mean? I actually realized how much more I get done. Someone told me, this lady, she say, because she need her at least 8 to 10 hours of sleep. So yeah, that's what she said she needed. So I'm like, that's unheard of. I sleep maybe 4 tops. And then she like, you're getting at least 4 to 6 more hours of productivity a day than me. I'm like, that's true. That's about at least 20 hours a week. Yeah. You know what I mean? So where it is. So when she brought that into context, now I think about that all the time. Where it's just like, but that's how my mind works. It's like I could be doing something.
Maybe change her life right there.
Man, hopefully, man, for the better.
I mean, she obviously doesn't have kids, I guess.
Nah, man, she didn't. She was kind of young, so we're, you know.
Oh, is this like a kid here?
Nah, she wasn't a kid.
She's trying to get the demographics here.
She was probably in her, like, maybe late 20s, early 30s. something like that.
20s, early 30s. Dang. So
Yeah.
you're not in that age range.
Nah, I'm a little older than that.
Okay, man. I'm feeling the fire from that. You said a little older than that. So we're talking about, not talking later 30. So
Yeah. I'm a little older, man.
okay, just like the other guy I had on the Louis Loco. Seemed like feel like people are coming back. You know, it's not the youngsters that
man,
are hot no more.
Well, for me, like I've been in music a long time to where I was behind the scenes a lot. You know what I mean? I never wanted to be in front of the camera due to how I was living real life. I was really outside, really in the streets. So my music,
you don't want them to see your picture,
right? Like so I come from the era, like, you know, I make reality music, so I didn't want to incriminate myself, basically. You know what I mean? To where now I'm in a different space, man. I'm a businessman, to where and then there's a different message with the music. So that's a part of like I was Skrill Gates. You know what I mean? I'm still Skrill Gates, I'll always be, but rebranding, just going by just straight Gates, to where core fans natural for the music now moving forward versus associating with anything before. You know what I mean? To where the real fans will go, you know, you want to hear the music. Like some of these videos are from the older projects and things like that, but we transitioning now. You know what I mean? So
that's your street name.
Skrill. Yeah, everybody call me Skrill. You know, the Gates came with music and entertainment after. You know what I mean? But the streets call me. See, everybody know me as Skrill.
So it's more like your it's like an alter ego?
Stage name, yep. For the most part.
Yeah, I'm thinking about retiring to Walgreens.
So I'm
gonna take a little break from this. When I come back, it's not gonna be Walgreens anymore.
Huh.
It's about growth, right?
Exactly.
Is that how you feeling?
Exactly.
How long you been Skrilligate?
Shit, man. They start calling me Skrill. Damn, probably when I was about 14, 15 years old. I've been on my own since I was 15, so like,
it's kind of weird. I feel like that has that helped you being alone?
Man, so I talk about it a lot when people talk about the differences of like how I grew up. I grew up rough and things like that, but for me, initially, like, so I don't regret anything. Would have chosen to go through things? No. Would I change anything? No. Reason being, it made me who I am. Well, most people look at the adversity that I faced growing up. For me, it gave me an edge. You see what I'm saying? To where I wouldn't be the beast that I am today had I not gone through the things that I went through growing up. You see what I'm saying? To where my glasses always half full, regardless of what's going on. I mean, so
stay balanced.
Yeah, like it was actually a aid for me versus a hindrance. I always give people the analogy like Naked and Afraid. When you are on an island and you strip to everything, you figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you got no one to call.
Then what you gonna do? When you're back against the wall and there's no one there, like, you gonna figure it out, man. So that was a blessing for me in all actuality, because, yeah, man, I know how to do what I need to do.
I heard someone say recently, being able to survive isn't a skill. I think it is. Some people say, I know how to get by. And I've heard people mock that, but it is a skill, because I see certain people. I feel like if everything was taken away from them, I don't think they know how to handle it. First, people that know how to handle it, people been on the streets, I guess.
I had a conversation with a guy. I do a lot of things. I'm a pure hustler, right? Where like Uber, businesses, whatever. If there's a bag involved, you gonna catch me there. You know what I mean? That's hence the name Skrill. Nonetheless, I was having a conversation with a passenger maybe about a year ago or something. Older, maybe mid 40s, early 50s, white guy, and he was just so excited and so grateful that I picked him up. It's probably about like 5, 6 in the morning. Like I said, I don't sleep much, so I'm out grinding.
Getting that money.
So he was just so grateful that I was taking him to his job. Anyway, long story short, we had a good conversation because the ride was maybe like 30, 40 minutes or something like that. He was just excited about his new job and seeing how the people weren't assholes and how they accept him and things like that. So when we talking, so I'm like, well, he like it's total daylight and darkness from what I used to do. He was like he did fabrication for military parts or some shit. Like he made like special like wing arms for tanks or some like some weird fabrication to where I'm like, that sounds like a dope job to have. And so so juice, but he like, that line darkness from what I used to do. And I'm like, well, what did you used to do? And he was like, oh, well, I was a dentist. So I'm like, well, how did you go from being a dentist to doing this? To where like, he like, it's a long story. I'm like, well, shit, we got a 40-minute ride. Tell me the story. Basically, in short, he was a dentist and he was prescribing a friend of his Oxycontin who was having a pain problem that ended up having a habit to where he just was, it was just a friend. He wasn't selling Oxycontin, he said, on the market to people. It's just a friend. The friend ended up having gambling problems, ended up getting caught up with the feds and told on him that that's where it was the Oxycontin plug. So he ended up getting like 5 years fed time. He lost his practice, lost his job, to where it put him in a different realm. So he was saying, you know, I grew up, you know, father was successful, mother was successful, you know, white picket fence, the whole quote unquote, his life was all set up. Family, he went into his family, his kids, to where now he is a felon in the feds. Lost his wife, kids don't respect him. Obviously, he lost all his business and everything, to where he had a whole different life. He was in like Detroit or something, so where he moved to California. So it's just like total daylight and darkness from where he was to where he is now. But he was so grateful to me, and the things that I was saying to him in the conversation, based on my walk of life and my journey, because where he was now, he completely understands someone like my journey versus before. He said, like, before he went to jail, he couldn't fathom some of the things as far as how he's treated as being a felon now, from coming from, you know, having this great life and doing all these things. Now he's a felon. He can't get a job. He goes to different places where he's working. He's on parole. He's in a halfway house. And so he's being treated in a certain manner. Yeah, he was literally living the life now to where he's being treated in a certain manner, to where that's why he was just so grateful that someone was, because he said the Uber driver's canceled and he didn't want to mess this new job up because they respected him in a different realm for who he was and what he could do at work versus his past. You see what I'm saying? Which is a narrative someone like myself is used to having. Someone like, so it was like we had a great candid conversation from an understanding standpoint due to the fact of his journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you have that life, like you got your job set up, you got mom cooking in the kitchen, meals for you. Not just that, you have expectations of certain meals. Right. Imagine saying, like, eating in food kitchens, you get that one certain meal you're grateful to have. Right. But if you got that what they call the Brady Bunch type family or something, when you got that kind of family, you meatloaf again? Right. I'd be glad to have some meatloaf. Put some ketchup on that or something.
Yeah, man. So, you know, tomato.
So, yeah, speaking of ketchup, you were born and raised in Oakland.
Well, I was actually born in Chicago, but I mean, I moved to Oakland when I was 3 months old, so I don't know if that really counts. But I was born in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, depends how long you mean that you lived on your own.
Well, I was born in Chicago and 3 months old.
And if you were crawling around the streets, that counts.
Nah, not that young. Not that young. About 14 is when I actually left the house.
Oh, so you left the house.
Yeah.
There's a background there.
Yeah. It's a serious backlog with that. But I grew up in foster cares, group homes, till I was 16. I emancipated myself.
Yeah, so it's important for the other people out there.
Yeah, so then
been in that situation.
From there, like, I realized I could take care of myself, and then from there, it was just up, man. Like people say, you survive. I lived in a realm where I was in a survival mode, and even within that, though, like, man, I've lived a great life. Like, you know, like I say, ups and downs, trials and tribulations, and I done seen it all: shot, jail, stabbed, head bust, car accidents, motorcycle accidents, shootouts. Like, I done seen some of everything. Nevertheless, man, I'm still here. I'm healthy. I'm free.
How do you keep that glass half full with all that adversity in your life?
Because it's always bigger fish to fry, man. You see what I'm saying? To where it's like, my glass always half full. I believe most first and foremost, most importantly, because of all of the people that I've lost. You see what I'm saying? To where like I appreciate life. You know what I mean? I know that not only that the lifestyle that I live could all be in the snap of a finger going, life in itself. So I appreciate it. You know what I mean? To where it's like I said, it's bigger fish to fry. So yeah, I mean, don't everybody gets frustrated a bit, but the thing about it, I know how to deal with the emotions, but not live there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's important.
Like everybody, you gotta go through the process of what you
place
feel.
to visit, but I don't
You
live there.
cannot live there though, man. You gotta keep it
feel
moving,
like
man.
I guess everyone needs to have some kind of struggle to make them realize that they're blessed.
No, definitely.
I don't know how other people do it because I'm blessed to be here, but I remember at a time I just wanted to end my life. But then when I've had situations where my life's it seems like I could have died, but not by taking my own life. It's like, oh man, maybe I should feel more blessed and appreciate life, like my loss of freedom and loss of life. So many situations. That's what gets me going. You know, even if I don't like certain things, the way life is going, hey, let's just ride out this journey.
It's the thing about recognizing that the polar opposites are needed. I mean, you would not be able to enjoy a sunny day if you didn't know what a stormy day was. You see what I'm saying? So we're like, you wouldn't be able to enjoy sunlight if you had never been in the dark.
Yeah.
Like, so you get it.
Don't trust
the polar opposites are needed.
Never trust the sunlight too much either, right?
Yeah, man.
I mean, if there's too much positivity, like, hold on, a little iffy, right?
Always pay attention, man. That's the key thing about it all.
How do you keep that?
Paying attention?
Yeah.
Man, with the life,
right there.
how I grew up, like, if your head not on a swivel, it might get knocked off. So it's just one of those things,
yeah,
man.
or your legs, yeah.
Yeah, man. Gotta pay attention.
So you were in the foster home for so you were 14.
So probably from maybe 15 to like 7, no, probably like 18 maybe.
Okay, yeah, because you said emancipated, but you were.
So it was like my story's crazy.
Like
I moved in with
run off from time to time.
Well, no, I didn't run off ever. Like
Okay.
it wasn't that. Like my mom kind of gave the rights up. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't a hard thing. And I moved in with my uncle, but he was in the streets, so that was kind of wild. You know what I mean? To where it was like he ran group homes and foster care. So
oh wow,
I kind of got mixed into that, and then I ended up ultimately being like, because I turned 18 and I was still around, so I had to go get like fingerprinted and do all these different things because I was an adult and I wasn't, under anyone's tutelage. Now
it's time to leave.
I still had kids in the houses with me because like me and my uncles in business together. Like it was just.
Well, that's great. So the foster homes were pretty much your own family still.
Somewhat, because it's not. So like blood family, no. Like I don't have. It's me, my mom, and my sister. So when I say like I have a lot of extended family due to growing up in Oakland, people adopted me into families. Like blood makes you related. Family is who you rock with. You know what I mean? To where I got a enormous family, but as far as like blood, I don't have no blood family. So, but nevertheless, like I'm loved. That's the thing about it. I've been truly blessed, regardless of the trials and tribulations, and you got to be able to recognize your blessings. People always focus on the things that didn't and what wasn't versus what is.
You can't go back. You could grow,
exactly,
but you can't go back. I mean, the foster. So it was, but the foster family that wasn't blood out.
No,
What
so that was a concept. Like I mean, growing up was kind of difficult, man. When you go like you dealing with being a teenager, you dealing with life and just whatever the trials and tribulations coming with it. I was in the streets, so I'm dealing with that also. Then I'm coming home to a house where no one in here is blood to me, and
that feels weird.
It's definitely a very challenging thing to do. You know what I mean? Nevertheless, like I was loved. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of, I still had love from other people. Like, I was taken in by a woman when I was like 12 years old. This lady right here, my mother, you know what I mean? To where she just, you know, from being in the streets, hanging around with her brother and just running around, she like, it's maybe like 6 months I had been over there, and she like, no one, not consistently, but like, you know, come, I might spend a night, spend a week, to where no one was checking for me, to where she like, where's your parents? She's like, you know, started to ask questions.
Or not even the foster home?
Like, no, it was no. That's the thing, but I've been able to move around how I chose to.
Was this all in Oakland?
Yes, it's all in Oakland. Even when I was with my mom, my mom was never on drugs, never alcoholic, nothing like that. She just chose, I don't know, man, I can't rationalize for her choices. Not unless she was not a nurturer. I had a home, you know, my clothes and things. It wasn't like I was poor or nothing like that, like struggling for food. That's not the situation. It was, she just wasn't able to nurture me for whatever the reason was. You see what I'm saying? So
the love was there though.
Nah, I can't really say that. It was more so of
she took you on her wing at least.
I can't say that. Like, I don't know. It's very weird. Like I say, it's very weird. She's still, there's nothing wrong with her now. She alive, healthy. You know what I mean? Right now, to where it's just, but we don't obviously have a relationship for various reasons.
I was in the foster home for a little bit, and it seemed like they were good people, but the money that they make, they didn't want to put anywhere towards me. It seemed like
you got that part of it too.
Like, it's like I'm used to living on the streets getting hand-me-downs. How come these people give me hand-me-downs too? Hand-me-downs.
Right.
It's like, come on, these were some people with some loot.
Right.
But it seemed like it was just trying to.
But
in a way, they seemed like good people. In a way, it was also trying to get the money. It seemed like.
At the end of the day, man, like, that's what I'm saying. So, would I have chosen it? No, but I learned so much. Like, I got so much game and so much knowledge from being in these situations that, excuse me, I chose to take the game and the knowledge and use it to my advantage, man. You know what I mean? It's just everything is mentality as far as I look at it. Like, choices. You can make a choice. If you walk out the house, right, and you step in dog shit, right there you have a choice. You can go back in the house and change your shoes and go about your day, or you can try to clean it off and proceed with your day. When you try to clean it off and proceed with your day, you might get a little on your car. You might get some here. So now it's tracking, it's trailing, you're smelling it to where you're frustrated. Somebody else says something and you're flashing it, and like, you're just losing. When you could have just literally went back in the house, changed your shoes, and went about your day. It's about the choice that you chose at that moment, though.
It's kind of weird you say that. We're talking about San Francisco here, but from Oakland, it's weird when I go over there. I don't get that vibe.
Nah.
I seen the hood. I seen the hoe stroke, but yeah, man, don't come over there like a blinded tourist. But it still seems like the areas are organized. It seems like there's more community. It's when they were talking about how they're not giving all the funds for the police out there. Still seems like it's organized.
So the thing about Oakland, because we get a bad stigma, because the city, don't get me wrong, the city, don't get me wrong, it has its ups and its downs. The thing about the city, though, is the city is going to take care of the city. See what I'm saying? So the people, right? Yeah. So if you, like, the safest place in the world for me to be is in my hood. That's the safest place in the world for me to be. It might not be the safest place for you to be, but it's the safest place in the world for me to be, because it's my community of people. They're going to protect me by all costs. If you're a part of that community, you're going to be protected by all costs.
They be like, hey,
white,
cool,
black, green, purple, it doesn't matter. Oakland is a melting pool. We didn't grow up with looking at the color of nobody's skin. Like, that wasn't even never a thing for us. You know what I mean? Everybody, if you from this block, you from this block, and we going to ride with you regardless. It ain't about nothing else. You know what I mean? So that's just how it is, to where outside of that, though, you might get fucked up. I mean, that's just the reality of
Oh
it.
yeah, you talking about if you just wander.
If you just wander, but then that's the thing, like being cognizant of where you're at, just anywhere. Like I'm not gonna walk down a certain block at a certain hour because I know better than that. That don't got nothing to do with the color of my skin or me being the outside. I know better. You see what I'm saying? So I just don't be like when people depict certain narratives for different things. Yes, the city has its shit. Yes, it's a fucked up place. At the same time, it's a beautiful place. You see what I'm saying?
I'll
It
be
just
there later on.
just depends on.
The Paramount, wherever that is.
That's downtown Oakland.
Okay. Downtown. All right. Down. I don't know, man. I don't know about downtown. I heard the.
You gotta be very careful where you park and what you leave in your car visible. Nothing.
I mean, you gotta experience certain areas, I guess, because if I didn't start going to certain places in Oakland, I wouldn't. I mean, of course, you go over there thinking I'm out of my element.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna respect these other elements, though. Then you could kind of see the culture of the different areas.
Right.
I mean, people seem like they don't even watch the full news of things. They just look at little clips and like, hey, that's scary. People getting, hey, we're gonna get shot the moment we cross the other side of the bridge or something. Like,
Right.
That's people's mentality over there.
It's the narratives depicted, man.
We're gonna play another one of your songs here. It is. I'm not sure what it is.
I can't remember which one we did, but it's that one.
Okay,
Well,
so that's
you can't see ahead of time.
He
so.
can, but nobody else can.
Yeah, that's My Ambition. My Ambition coming up next.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about my ambition.
So My Ambition is off of, I believe, my first project, which is reality music. Basically, man, just talking about inner city life growing up, man, on how my ambition pushed me through. You know what I mean? Regardless of the struggle, whatever, being judged and all of that, I still had the ambition to become who I am today, man.
There we go. Here we go with my ambition.
It's G8z. Track Nation in the building. The reality music, you know what I'm talking about?
A hood, product of environment, doing what he gotta, tryna just survive it. Hustle hard, rocks for the profit. Cops hit the block, but he still ain't stopping. When you're hungry, eating only option. You can give a f and leaving is not a topic. You need money for food, you gotta cop it. A two-time felon in the goon can't stop him. Background check came back and they dropped him. He really need the job for hustling a better logic. Bills keep coming and it ain't no stopping. Kids keep growing just to tell you what's poppin'. Reality's a as well as his options, a slave to the game. Rocks is his cotton, he really wanna stop, but he gotta keep copping. His only way out is jail or a coffin.
Don't know my name, my story, know my struggle. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. My ambition, my grind, know my hustle. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Now he's a little older, the game a little colder. Got hood stripes in the game, he's a soldier. Popped a couple, gotta watch both shoulders. Hood hot boy, so it on by the rollers. 3 baby mamas, kinda hard to stay focused. Can't look back when forward is a motion. Can't stop pushing when you gotta keep going. Rent man knocking and you can't ignore him. Got no doing outside, it's storming. 3-day notice on your door for a warning. It's the 4th day, first thing in the morning. Everybody broke, so can't nobody loan you. This real life, reality's a code. Can't pay your bills, be out where the code is. Get real, you see who your friends is. Envy of the face of your friend, who the closest.
Don't know my name, my story, know my struggle. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. My ambition, my grind, know my hustle. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover.
was Gates right there. G8z. So people can get that right.
Yeah, man. G8z, man. Gates.
Yeah, I wonder if autocorrect would mess me up on that.
It probably definitely will.
It just try to do that to me.
Yeah, it definitely will.
But it makes you pronounce stuff, though.
Right.
The way you have your name. And you got to think about it and go 8Z. Yeah, it makes sense. It's not gays. It's Gates.
Yeah.
Like, get some education. You said you were grown up in the streets. Did you go to college?
Nah, well, I actually did go to college. So like I say, my story's crazy. 10th grade, I stopped going to school. That's like right when I first was on my own. From after football season, I didn't go to school the rest of the year.
You said football season. Football insert?
Yeah, I played football my sophomore year at Irvington, and then I played at Skyline my senior year. Well, I got dislocated my knee first preseason game, season over. Like, I was mad about that. I lost a lot of money that summer.
Yeah, there goes that scholarship.
Practicing.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to go to college and nothing like that on playing sports and nothing like that. It just was more so all my people played sports, and I could play, so it was like, man, let's do it. You know what I mean? I was always trying to get some money, man. I wasn't really.
Wait, so it sounds like you were playing football and you were making
I was
like sideline bets on it.
I was. Well, we wasn't necessarily betting. A friend of mine recently brought to my attention some of the different, for lack of a better description, trends that I set at that time. Like, tattoos was one of them that he brought to my attention to where by the time I was in the 11th grade, I probably had 10, 15 tattoos. You know what I mean? But like I say, I was on my own, living, doing my own thing to where he was just telling me, like, I mean, you turned everybody on like half of Oakland, you took this. Where I didn't think about that. Cell phones. At that time, you know, cell phones was just coming out, but I was chipping phones in high school. You know what I mean? To where it was just like, I was always trying to get some money, man. I just,
chipping phones would be
the like, you know, burners was what we used to call them. The old school flips.
I miss those. Those were
Yeah,
cool.
man.
You get caught up these days.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's bad.
Would it still be easy to do that sort of thing?
Technology is all different now.
Here.
Technology's way different now.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even know what to, like, back then it was just like
they probably GPS your house on just
now it's
right
like
there.
you don't want to mess with them people. That was a different time.
Yeah, I had a whole bag of burners back in the day. That was cool. Yeah. Well, I didn't quite turn it over to the cops. Like, yeah, here you go. This is how I got these and all that. It was more of a situation I encounter often in my life to where it's like, yeah, I don't know, but you can have those. Just more like that kind of thing, you know. So, in other words, by saying that, it's more like, yeah, if you guys stop asking me questions, and if you make it so I don't have to like tell on nobody, just here you go. Just take it, because you might want to do something with it yourself. It's cool. Football, and then so you got a degree?
Nah, so I played sports briefly. Like I said, I got hurt or whatever. I actually went to college though. I went to Patton College, which was a Christian college right out of high school. When I graduated, first semester though, I broke 3 ribs riding my Harley.
Yeah, right. Harleys too.
Not no more. I broke 3 ribs. So.
That was it.
No, but I had another accident after that, and that was it. So I had 2 accidents, 3 strikes you out. So I don't ride bikes no more. But first semester in college, I broke my ribs riding a Harley. Second semester, I got shot. So my first year of college, I was not in college because I was injured. You know what I mean? After I got shot, I went to Fresno State. You know what I mean? College. I couldn't go right in the state because I never took the SATs. So I had to go to city to take some couple classes before I went to state. So I was out there for like a year, but it was just too wild. Living in Fresno.
You said getting shot. You're talking about yourself.
No, yeah, I got
shot. Things you observed.
No, I got shot. I was shot at age 18. You know what I mean? To where like I said, I lived a lot of life.
Yeah, all these things, they still keep going.
Yeah, like me, you know. Hence the mention, like people say, why now? As far as with me pushing the music, like I had a lot of distractions along the way, but at the same time too, like I say, the life that I was living, I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I didn't want to be the artist. Like I was a part of a lot of labels, and I pushed a lot of people, a lot of successful people. I'm not gonna mention and talk about them because it's not about them right now. You know what I mean? And I'm moving forward away from everything. Like I say, rebranding to where it's about creating my organic following, moving forward now based on fucking with my brand, the music, and what we doing. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we on right now.
It's a good time. I feel like the rappers now are like when they say when youngsters go to college, they're just there to party. They're not focused. I feel like that's
right.
I'm feeling like a lot of younger people are really feeling it as much as like how you saying that. And what you were doing, you were rapping when you were young.
Right.
And it sounds like you're coming back now.
Yeah.
You're
so now with the music, I always, even then though, like I never really with the, talking about necessarily what I was doing at the same time. At that time, when you doing it, you can only tell the stories that you see and that you live in. Now I still tell stories, but it's from a different aspect. I've seen it, I went through it, so it's more so of a message to just who I am, help someone get through, come out of, or not experience it. You know what I mean? So we're just telling the truth from that aspect.
See, I've heard a lot about like your earlier stuff, and I don't know, the links you sent me got me really hearing your more new stuff. Yeah, it's lyricism and the overall beat and quality of the song seems a lot better.
Yeah.
Beginning to end.
Yeah.
Is there any parts where you find most important in a song?
Most important to me would be the lyrics and the message in the song. I mean, don't get me wrong, you gotta have a beat to reel the people in. Right now it's about the attention span, and that's the thing too. I got a bad taste in music several times due to life and things going on in music, but right now I really see rappers rapping again. You know what I mean? And it's a breath of fresh air. I'm seeing artists being artists, really taking time to make songs and create their craft and put the music out versus just throwing it out there because they can. And so when I see things like that, it gives me a motivation. Like, hold on, man, y'all got me fucked up. I got something to say. Yeah, man. Like, hold on. So, but now I see right now, really, like it's my turn. And not only that, it's my turn. My music can be appreciated because the ear that's listening to it now appreciates it versus then.
Yeah, well, like Andre 3000 said, age-wise, he said, "Whoa, I ain't rapping no more."
Yeah, he said, "What are you gonna talk about?" Right.
Getting a colonoscopy.
Right.
Like, yeah, I have no idea what that's like. Rap about it.
Right.
Age-wise and I guess life-wise too. If you feel that's why some rappers kind of fall off. Hey, we living good now. What am I gonna rap about?
Well, I mean, I understand that to an extent because he's an artist, but he's transitioning in this artistry to do different things. But I get it because, like now, when I get called for a feature or if I'm doing a song with someone, and the topic matter may not be necessarily one that is represents me in this stage. I used to would just not do it at all. Now I just figure out how to do me on the song. You know what I mean? To where it's like I just figure out how to give the song me, whatever the topic matter may be. If it's just too wild, then I'm not gonna touch it just because it's just some stuff I can't associate myself with. But if it's talking about some street aspects in not maybe a picture that I might paint, I'm gonna go get on it and just paint the picture that I want to paint from my aspect, because we all seeing the same things. It's just a matter of painting a picture for some people to see, different people to see. On that same song, the other artist may touch an audience that I can't, and vice versa. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So it's just about the artistry of bringing your message to light.
Who's your? I googled and it's still Eminem, still number one. Who would be your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper
Yeah,
would
number
be
one.
number one of all time, Scarface.
You feel like it should be number one? I mean, well, I mean,
But this is the
that's
thing.
the number one artist. You feel like he should be number one.
This is the thing with
Right
that. He's my personal favorite artist for various reasons or whatever. But as far as like, if you ask me about a top 5 type of thing, how we have hip hop talk about it, there would be a top 5 in different categories. You see what I'm saying? There is, in my opinion, no number one at all, due to the fact of there's number ones, but in certain things. Like, so, for example, like Ludacris has the best cadence in the game, if you ask me. Like, number one cadence. Jim Jones has number one ad libs in the game. You know what I mean? Jay-Z's the best businessman in the game. Like, so like it's different facets of number one. You know what I mean? Eminem would be one of the best storytellers. Like, you know what I mean? It's just different facets of what you would consider a number one.
So why Scarface?
Overall,
you went out to the South for that one.
Overall, for me, man, just consistent since like I've been listening to music. Scarface tells the stories, the cadence wise, but more so than anything, the lyricism of just the things that he breaks down. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't came across a Scarface project that I just couldn't listen to.
Hey man, is he like a one-man NWA? Because I realize it's like
something like
good to be a gangster.
Something like it. So him and Ice Cube would be like a neck and neck thing for me. Like, as far as that goes, Scarface wrote for Ghetto Boys in they whole group. Ice Cube wrote for NWA and they whole group. They both went solo and had great careers. So, you know,
I feel Ice Cube, it's hard for him to be put in a group. I don't know, Scarface, he already had that group, Ghetto Boys.
Yeah, they had the group.
So I wonder if he could be put somewhere else because they seem like one-man teams. Like the Ice Cube, he was in a group. Who were they? 40 and the two.
Mount.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore.
Is it called Mount Rushmore?
Wait, it wasn't Mount Rushmore.
It's called something
Mount
else.
Westmore.
Mount Westmore. That's what
wow,
it's called.
Rushmore.
Mount Westmore.
Yeah, getting political here. Westmore, and I would be okay with their faces being on.
That's still a thing.
Mountains.
They actually working on
I've
some
never
music
been
now.
to. So I don't know if those mountains really exist, but I'd be up for their face on it because I've never seen them first. I've never seen those mountains.
The actual Mount Rushmore?
Yeah,
no, I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
I don't know
or where is it?
Yeah, I don't even know where it is.
South Dakota or North Dakota?
Maybe
I wanna say
It's in the
South.
Dakotas.
The Dakotas.
It's in the Dakotas.
It may be in the Dakotas. Never seen
That's
it personally.
crazy. That's something I've never
be
even
fake news.
aspired to see Mount Rushmore. It's not something that we even talk about in our communities.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I don't think we.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Mount Rushmore.
I don't know too many people that rock with the people on Mount Rushmore at all.
Except maybe
Lincoln,
Abraham Lincoln.
maybe Lincoln. Yeah.
I mean, you know, he seemed all right. He never lied. So if you try to get him to, my thing would be, I would try to get him to lie.
Oh, that was Washington.
Wait.
That was I did not chop down a cherry tree.
So what did Abe do?
Abe helped.
He freed the
Yeah,
slaves.
Abe
freed
freed slaves, and he did some things for the people.
Yeah.
I'm not really
Sold on it.
not even that I'm not sold on it. Like, American history is something that we were taught in classes that we've seen, and I'm not shunning that. But there's other parts of history that we know nothing about that they didn't tell us at all. We still have Columbus Day here in America now today, where everyone knows that.
One, he did.
Like,
he
come
did
on, man.
discover America.
Right,
discovered the West Indies.
Right, like, come on, man.
Two, all the atrocities and the issues that he
Discover
had.
the West.
So, but here it is. He still has a national holiday. So it's like, when you look at things like that from being a free thinker, is how much am I really buying into that?
And they renamed it to Indigenous
People's Day, right? So it's like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
I don't know. What do you think about the changes?
As far as what?
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like you agree with the Columbus Day, though.
No, not at all.
It,
I mean,
I think
it's a lot of things I don't agree with as far as just
I
American.
have issues with America changing things, though. I mean, like this day, something else. Like, I don't trust it in the hands of who's doing the changing here.
That's the thing about. I mean, everything has to have growth and everything has to have evolution. I'm okay with that part of it, but what you just said, who's in charge of it?
Yeah.
Those are the parts that, because it's like, you have people that are in charge of different things that have no knowledge of the day-to-day operations, such as like you have most CEOs that run Fortune 500 companies are someone that was put in position because they went to school, they looked the best on paper. Nevertheless, they may not have no knowledge of what the day-to-day operation or even what this business does. But here they come in with these degrees and different things, and they implement these structures into the company based on the studies, what the studies read, but they have never used the studies, actually implemented them. So we don't know that this system is going to work at all. What happens? Everyone in the company is disgruntled now because their system changed, and they're like, this is dumb, this doesn't work. You've all heard it. And then the power, the higher ups, and then once it fails, then it comes back down, and now heads are rolling because shit rolls downhill. But the higher ups are sitting at the top of the hill dictating. You see what I'm saying? So that's just how it goes. So how much of the system do we really buy into? Look at the pandemic. That was a big power flex.
It was, right?
So it's like, you know,
I mean,
tomato again.
Whatever political spectrum you're on. See, when did we start with this, with the political, this, political, that, instead of just, it's my hood, this is my community. And, you know, that's, I don't really see activism in that area anymore. Activism does seem like more people are just doing, it does seem like they're hearing what the politicians are saying versus the community, streets. I mean, the pandemic, they really just let them businesses close.
But I mean, it's just a matter of how you look at it. Everything's on purpose at the end of the day. As far as when it goes to those type of things, nothing was by chance. You know what I mean? Like,
think the world's ended soon?
I mean, it's getting closer to that daily. You know what I mean? Will we see the ending of it? I don't think in our lifetimes. It'll be over for us, but
another couple years. Right?
I mean, there's a lot of things, moving parts going on in the world. Who's to say?
You have a son.
Yes.
So you have to. Do you feel like you have to live now because of your son?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, set them up. Yeah.
Oh, so you must have had when you were a teen.
I was real young. I got 4 kids actually though. They range in age. The youngest is 14. Well, 13. Will be 14. It's actually born on my birthday.
When's that?
July 14th.
All right, everyone. July 14th. Remember that.
Yeah, man.
What's that like?
I haven't had a birthday in 13 years. That's what that's like. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, the cute kid.
Like a lunar thing, or just because you got kids? Celebrate.
What do you mean, birthdays?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I celebrate my birthday. That's the one thing I do. Make sure I celebrate life. Like, you know, like I say, that's why my glasses always have full, because I appreciate life. So if I celebrate anything, it's gonna be my birthday for sure. All month. I don't get to celebrate actually on my birthday because I got my son and we gotta make sure he good. But outside of that,
you're gonna party together. He's 21. You're gonna party together.
The young one, whose birthday same day, he will be 14 this year.
That's wild. You ever had because you got to celebrate with a 21-year-old. That's why you ever felt like we're gonna celebrate tonight, and then you gotta think to yourself, dang, wait, I probably shouldn't be celebrating this hard with him.
Nah, actually,
women and all that.
It was dope. So my son's an artist too. When he was 17, when he came out and let me know what was going on with him. And I put together the label. He was playing AAU basketball at the time. Like his junior year to senior year was lit. So he was on tour, as I said, to set up like a 10-city tour for him to do, do his thing and showcase his talent. At the same time, he was traveling playing AAU. So we like literally on and off the planes. He really living the life, you know what I mean? But I got him in like, he performing in like strip clubs, like real clubs is going down to where.
Rapping?
Yes, rapping. So it was just like super dope. His first times in the club, he was with his father.
All right. Well, that's dope. Next on stage is.
Right.
And they announced his name, but like.
His first show.
Everyone's like, wait, hold on.
You know what I mean? We performed together. Like, it's just like, so that was something like in music. If everything I ever did in music leading up to it was to open the door for my son, then it was all worth it, man. Straight up.
Yeah, well, you lead from not being certain ways you've seen, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, like that's my blessing because of the things that I seen. Like I'm a father. Like my kids they changed my life. Straight up.
That's so weird because like I never had my dad in my life, and I seen how privileged he of the life he had. So instead, I'm like, dang, I want to live how he lived.
Right.
Dang, I want. Oh, didn't he? Put up a cute. I'm like, yeah, we gotta get another song in there. Yep. And this is one of the ones
That's oh yeah, man.
Like,
Tell us a little bit about it.
I with like a choir sort of vibe there.
So oh yeah, it's just basically talking about myself kind of bit. I like pop my shit a little bit on oh yeah.
What you normally would.
Yeah, I that's not really who I am in the music, but I that came from all my people. Like, man, you don't even be. So I popped my shit a little bit, on some rapper shit. My boy Super Sway made the beat.
Super Sway.
Yeah, Super Sway was just vibing up to where, like you say, they got the church vibe. I'm actually on the church porch in my hood where we used to sell drugs from. Ironically, on the stoop of the church porch. Like we used to hide our bundles in the church. Crazy. It is what it is. Yeah, man.
Hey, man, that's real talk right here. If anyone wants to judge, hey, the guy's keeping it real.
That's right. All right. Coming up. Oh, yeah.
Real nigga since I jumped off the stoop though. Nah, I ain't from Brooklyn, bitch, real East Oakland. Me and the money maker, all day smoking. Get in the studio, we got the flame going. We ain't playing no games, niggas bout it. Pull up, bitch, nigga, wanna test it if you doubt it. My bitch paid more clout than these cowards. What you getting in the week, a bitch got it in an hour. Close in the circle, I ain't fucking with no owls. They stab me in my back, but in my face, these niggas smiling. Ghost did Kane and broke like brick of powder. Now Kane and on Ghost trying to take back his power. The game cold, it ain't fair, shit foul. Being lame old, getting money don't make you solid. Nigga change clothes, I see your pussy in the sour. Skrill Gates, ho, I bet your bitches say it louder. Is he really in the streets like he say he is? Do we really trap or take care of kids? In real life, do that nigga Skrilla really live? His name's Skrilla, is he really getting dividends? Pushed off the porch, dumb young in the game. From the bottom to the top, nigga, I done seen things. It's all fucked up, the game done changed. Untamed niggas got the game hella lame. When I say untamed, I'm talking about the brain. On some fuckery, sociopath insane. When the team getting money, why go against the grain? How we in the same car, but we in different lanes? I understand different and I know we ain't the same. All the money don't matter cause the man don't change. Can't fuck with a nigga if he change over change. Speaking from experience, done push cocaine, done shit pounds of weed, done bust bank plays, done sold a little pussy, but that shit was kinda crazy. And a lot of other shit, what I know is what I say. And at the end of the day, Skrill done did everything. Is he really in the streets like he say he is? Do we really trap or take care of kids?
in real life? Do that nigga Skrilla really live? His name's Skrilla, is he really getting dividends?
I got some messages came in, but we got to address things like the Happy Hanukkah to the Jews. Happy Hanukkah to the Jews out there, and it's also Chanukah, I guess. It's the same thing.
Chanukah?
Did you know that CH and the HAN, I believe, is the same? If you say both, Chanukah and Hanukkah, both the same word. I believe that's what Google said, and Google's pretty good. They got me, they got me on there. I mean, not the
You're
fact,
on the Google?
not the fact, but they did get me on there. They
Should send you to rehab if you're on the Google.
But one of the worst. Happy Hanukkah to Little Dicky. You know Little Dicky?
Did you hear him? He said Happy Hanukkah to you. Oh, sorry. Not that one. Sorry.
No, he's a rapper. Can your Dicky rap?
It can, but all you can hear is.
Yeah, well, you got him so stuffed in there.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, MC Search was he's a Jew.
Oh, MC Search?
So you know MC Search?
Yeah.
He has a thing for the white rappers. I don't know if you've seen that show, The Great White Hype or something. He did a show on the VH1 where it was all white rappers.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
That was him right there. I had to remember who he was. They said hosted by MC Search. I'm like, what do you mean that?
You had to
Pop
go
Goes the
search
Weasel
on
song?
Who Search was?
Yeah, maybe that's why he changed his name to SERCH. That's a perfect word because you must know later on Google is going to come around. But I was like, is that the Pop Goes the Weasel guy? And that's the third base.
Third base, yeah.
You remember?
I remember. I know MC Search.
You ever heard the song Informer?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, man. So you know.
I listen to music, man.
I didn't wait. Hold on, man. This must be wrong. It just says I was typed in the Jewish rappers and Boots Riley came up, man.
It could be a possibility. I never known Boots to be Jewish, but
wait, yeah, man. It's the greatest.
It could be
Jewish rappers of all time. Boots Riley's in there. Necro.
That would make sense of how he do business.
I mean, yeah, I guess I get it.
Yeah, because Boots
Boots
bust moves like a Jew.
I mean, yeah, he's black. He's got the activism and
I can see that.
But then again, I'm seeing the Jewish vibes too.
I can see that.
Cause he's got that Jew business ethnic thing going.
He definitely got that. He
definitely
Ethnic.
ethnic because it's Jew business,
gotcha.
right?
Gotcha.
Well, you could use them both.
I didn't know Craig. Okay, Craig David, the R&B guy. He's a Jew. So and Simon Rex.
Isn't Craig David? Wasn't he Canadian?
Yeah, Junadian.
So now you
hold on.
you freestyling now.
Now they're saying, they're saying Shine is Jew.
Well, Shine, he
He's
found
like Judaism.
Yeah, he's like a.
I thought he went Muslim or something.
Nah, he's like, I forget what country he in. He about to be like the prime minister or some shit. Like,
he's the best Jewish rapper of all time, man.
Shine is transition.
I like that guy.
Yeah,
I
me
thought
too.
He was great. P. Diddy could never let anyone really shine. I mean, Biggie could have been a lot bigger. Maybe he was one of the greatest, but because of Diddy, he wasn't as much of a
I'm not even about to start that conversation. I'm gonna just say this, man. You
allegations,
can't
right?
have No, I was talking about the Biggie thing. Biggie had one album at the time of his demise. You can't be.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can't reach greatness with one anything, in my opinion.
That's a one-hit wonder, right? At that
One album wonder.
If Jordan gets one ring, he's not in the conversation for the greatest of all times.
No one ever says this. This is important.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Because we get the Biggie and Tupac debate, but everyone, I feel like,
I don't even feel like there should be a debate.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna even
they're
jump
just
out
great
there.
rappers.
Right. I'm not going to even jump out there and say Tupac is the greatest of all times. I'm not going to even do that. But I'm going to say Biggie shouldn't even be in the conversation. I will jump out there and say that.
Yeah. Well,
And I'm not taking nothing away from Big.
You know what I mean? I don't think he's a bad rapper. I think he had some great rappers. I think Biggie was great. But when I look at just one project,
That's what I'm saying. Where are we
Tupac kept
pulling
writing.
the, like, what are we comparing to? Like, there's no, he has one, he had two albums, but one at the time of his demise. The other album was released. Well, he has three albums, actually. The other album was released shortly after, and then the third album was put together by, Bad Boy and other artists. So it wasn't. So it's like, how do you coin someone to be the greatest of all times?
That's why Tupac's the greatest. I mean, well, that's why he can be considered the greatest.
Arguably. You know what I mean?
He's got work that could be still coming out.
Right.
Well, I mean, 'cause I think that's what, if you want to go, all right, what can make someone the greatest?
Right.
You look at all the work he just kept writing.
So you got like a LeBron right now. His legacy is arguably because of how many times he's went to the championship but didn't win. It's like,
I guess that's why they say he is the team.
You know what I mean? So where it's like, now he's taking teams that probably had no chance of getting there, but yeah, almost isn't good enough.
Yeah, come on, LeBron. You're not trying to look for scouts anymore. He kind of acts like that guy was waiting for that one scout to just look at him because the rest of the team doesn't matter. So I wonder why he takes on these teams where he joins in, but he's the good player. Just him.
Well, I could say because they know they got to give him at least $100 million, so they don't leave room to give someone else $100 million too. You know what I mean?
Like we want to look at because anytime he's on a team, they're gonna get the spotlight.
Right. So now the team is making more money. I mean, we know how this goes. We know what it's about.
Got a question for you. Who were the first rappers you listened to growing up?
The first rappers I listened to, so I got a crazy story. Well, my first rappers like Too Short. You know what I mean? LL Cool J, MC Light, fucking Dougie Fresh, like those type of rappers. But Too Short was like when I was growing up, obviously growing up in Oakland, like Too Short was everything. Bad Influence Clique, like those type of things. LL Cool J had a big influence too. I have a lot of respect for him due to he's been on the same label his entire career. He's been with his wife 30 some odd years. Like he's transitioned and reinvented himself over and over again to where like I respect that man business to the fullest. Man, and his loyalty.
All the women's panties he got wet, and he's been with the same woman all these years, man.
Like, you gotta respect that, man. At the same time, like how successful that man has been. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely not a. People say he was the Drake back then. Hell no, man. He put it down. Like he did his love raps, but he could put it down. If you ask him to put down some bars,
yeah, man. People got. That's what I'm saying. Like the history. LL was a battle rapper, man. Like he was annihilating people back before.
Yeah, he was over there with Cannabis.
Yeah, well, that was later in the game with Cannabis. I'm talking about even before that. You know what I mean? Like LL had some. Don't get him messed up, man. You know what I mean?
ladies love Cool James.
I mean, yeah, so he had to do love songs, but yeah, you know, someone's a battle rap when it's like L Cool J, and you know is when like the
That's when I mean, but then that
boy breakdance clothes, you know, he had the whole culture going on.
in that time too, though, you had to rap. Like you couldn't like
I miss those days.
you had to rap. Like you had to literally say something, or nobody cared. To where it's coming back though. It's definitely coming back.
Even in the '90s, I mean,
Yeah, in the
see, the
'90s.
reason I think people love Tupac, the Biggie, and anyone else you could think of, you know, in that circle, they would be called legends.
Definitely.
Like, who's a legend nowadays? I think that's maybe why age is just a number in the game now. Because
Damn, man, who
who's a
would you say
legend
was a
now?
legend now? Like, or has that legendary esque to him? Like currently, right now, like, what young rapper will we coin to be?
I think that's one reason why I do the show. I look for people. I'm like, man, you got wise. I'm gonna have you on.
I don't know.
Because I don't know who mainstream wise I really look at. Yeah.
That's what I'm about to pose that question to my community today, man. See what they say. Like, who would be out of the young rapper generation? I mean, like out of like a class of an NBA young boy, a Yachty type of thing. Like out of that class of rappers.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no, so I'm just saying out of that
but
class of rappers,
that's the class.
who would be considered the next legend?
I mean, when we think of that era,
I don't even.
You both should be asking your audience. So, Luke, ask your audience to comment down below wherever they're watching you, because you have live viewers on all.
Right.
Same thing with you,
Yeah.
Gates.
Yeah, who-
You got right there.
tell
What
us
y'all
what
say?
mainstream rapper right now you consider a legend.
What does it
Oh.
say up on the corner?
It says Asian writing.
That says Asian. Great.
I only say Asian. I don't want to pick a certain
Right.
No, that's cool.
race in there.
No, that's cool. I just didn't know if it
Actually,
said
that'd be kind
something
of cool
like
if like they started hating me, like bomb in the house. I'm gonna go viral.
Nah,
I'm
man.
gonna save that screenshot of you saying that.
That's not. I'm
No,
trying to
but,
go viral.
See, it's what I'm feeling like when I hear your raps. I'm like, dang. Yeah, I was feeling his other stuff, but then he's also progressing, and it's in like a youngster type thing. It seems like when I look at the youngsters these days, it seems like in and out. They can market themselves real well, and then that's how they become famous. Like they marketed themselves so well, they're famous. They be celebrities even, and then next thing you know, it's like they did that so well, they're about to drop. Yeah, like look at when I think of like the Blue Faces.
Mm-hmm.
What has he done? I mean, I know he was in an interview and he asked the guy, "Yeah, name a song I've done." Because the guy was kind of trying to mock him or poke at him. He had a point there, but at the same time, I also thought to myself, "Yeah, what else has he done besides Tatiana?" But he's went viral for like
Other
so
stuff.
many other things besides music. That you couldn't get that in the '90s.
Nope. That's the thing. Now it's about the brand and the music. It's always been only 10% of it. Business is 90% of it all. See what I'm saying? Like, and that's what people fail to realize. It's the music business. So we have a lot of artists that's just running around here doing music, no business. Then you got some artists that's doing business, no music.
Yeah, make some
And
drinks.
then you hear it.
I'll promote your drink on the show here. Come on, people.
You know what I mean? So that's how you hear the music now. It's more about the business.
It was a hustle before this. I remember when people were making videos, like I mean, movies.
Mhm.
Like Snoop went to Master P, and then No Limit. Next thing you know, he's coming out with movies.
Yeah, they had to in the DVD bootleg burnt era was when everybody was doing the video DVDs or just making like small hood movies and things like that, putting them out, different hood documentaries. Excuse me.
Man,
But
I
the
miss
game's
those
constantly changing though. Like that's the thing. The game's constantly evolving into different things. So it's just about staying relevant, man, and evolving with it.
days. And then this question I got was, who would you most like to collaborate with?
Man, probably some way out like India.Arie or like a
Oh, okay.
Patti LaBelle or something, man. Some
Oh, wow.
some way outside of my realm. You know what I mean? Like make some music, man. Get in there and see what type of
Bring that back, man.
creative flow is
We're
going.
going to see the Whispers and Dramatics tonight.
That's gonna be dope.
I just remember.
Is that at the Coliseum?
Paramount.
Paramount.
I just
think I
missed
heard
that
about
when,
that.
when Snoop was when he did the doggy style. And he was like, "It's a doggy
Right.
dog." We're getting like shoulder shrugs going,
Right.
man. He had the used to have the oldies groups.
We just had the Delinquents was just at Yoshi's last week, man.
Delinquents.
And that was like super dope for our community and just like growing up in Oakland. The Delinquents, if we had the market in the Bay Area, like a LA, a New York, Atlanta, something like that, the Delinquents would be like a UGK, man. Straight up.
That's weird because I feel like other areas take from us.
All areas take from us. We had this conversation always. Also, we are respected in the industry amongst artists. As far as Bay Area, like the artists, different artists throughout the industry respect us for terminology, swag, drip, whatever you want to call it. Outside of that, we have no respect.
Bro, I was in LA and they were doing the Thizzle dance.
And then someone in LA will tell you that it came from somewhere in LA versus giving it the respect.
I just give up. They're like,
Yeah, man, that's
Mac Dre was out here for a bit.
nah, bro.
I might come out here
bro.
for performance, but yeah, I mean, you make it sound like he was from here for a little bit. I remember he was. You remember Mac Dre?
Yeah, definitely, man. But I was more so of a the hyphy movement. Mac Dre, I necessarily wasn't all into. I was into Too Hard for the Radio, Mac Dre.
Yeah,
You know what I
fresh
mean?
out of
Yeah, man.
prison.
The romper room Mac Dre. man.
Jail or prison. I mean,
No, he was in prison.
he had a little stunt. I mean,
Yeah,
stints.
little stint in
And,
prison.
you think he could have been bigger, or maybe it was the stint that gave him that motivation?
Yeah, he definitely could have been bigger. Or I don't know. That's the thing about it because we all know dead rappers get more promotion. So
Yeah.
it's like the craze for Mac Dre wasn't as big as it was before he died. Then it was an entire movement. And then it was like in the time of the hyphy movement, it gave the hyphy movement flag to wave, so to say. You see what I'm saying? And it was been about the Mac Dre flag to where when you think about hyphy, you think about Mac Dre.
Yeah.
When it was going on, when the hyphy movement started, that wasn't where it started at. You see what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, he was one of the biggest, but once he died, then it was all about Mac Dre and the hyphy movement, and Thiz went to the next level.
I think it might have been the buildup. You know, when he got out of prison, it was like, all right, you got to hit the pavement.
Like I
start
say, I'm not
the
taking
studio.
nothing from what he had going and running because he was doing his thing, or we wouldn't even be talking about it now.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, dead rappers get more promotion.
Obviously, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which, yeah. Well, I know. So a lot of times when someone dies, it's like I gotta look them up. I gotta see what's up with them because of just the death being promoted.
Right. Like Mo 3, King Von. Mo 3 actually before he passed, I had just got privy to his music. I'm like, this artist is hard. Maybe like a week later, he was gone. King Von, I had never even heard of King Von. I heard his music, but I didn't know it was his music. Like, cause I heard the kids singing it until he passed. I wasn't privy to his music and his movement. You know what I mean? But once he passed and I listened to his music, I'm like this kid is hard. Like, you know what I mean? One of the raw storytellers that I've heard in a long time. And it's crazy that he had to die for me to get familiar with him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it.
To where it's just like, so like, how do we change that narrative? You know what I mean? That's the thing.
We do it with podcasts like this.
Right.
Oh
Where
yeah.
you're doing, where you do a world premiere.
Right. Since it's Christmas time.
So, hey, I did get a couple questions. You ever heard DJ Cool Herc? the godfather of hip hop.
Have I heard of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. The fans wanted to point that out there. And then this one. What do you look for when finding new friends?
I don't. I'm not looking.
This could be a good
I'm not
question.
looking for no new friends at all. It's not something that you find. You know what I mean, at this point in my life, it's gonna be kind of difficult to become a friend. You see what I'm saying? To where it's like I've been rocking with the people that I rock with. Not to say you don't meet new people, but to a friend, I take that word very, very strongly. It's not something that I just use frivolously at all. So, and if once you become a friend of mine, then you family. It's not even really. We live AF in there, all family, no friends.
Yeah, that's special right there.
Yeah, so I don't really.
So you must also you must like that they made it legal to cruise now. Cruising is now legalized. Try to make it illegal for a while.
Yeah, definitely. So man, it's Christmas time, so you know
We're doing this right now.
I got a gift for y'all, man. We're gonna drop this world premiere, first time seen anywhere right now, man. This video scene off my new project coming out, Gates Eye View, man. Scene is the single currently spinning. The single is out now. We about to drop the video right now.
I used to shoot all my videos with Hooker Boy.
How you find time to wonder how I get it? I'm on my grind, minding mine, trying to handle my business. Providing for my family, making sure that they living. With my head on a swivel, trying to stay on my pivot. You see my old schools when I come through shitting. Ain't none of your business what it took to get it. That pillow talking shit, leave that to the bitches. I never understood the logic, niggas working with feelings. It ain't a competition, nigga, I'm just living. It don't matter where you start, it's about how you finish. Ain't never been to close, but the nigga that's in them got no love for these hoes, much respect for the women. I get it, so I live, I ain't living to get it. You gon' get it how you live, don't be no bitch ass nigga. Without $1, got favor, my nigga. One call, I can holler, use my favor from niggas. I'm a wealthy man, no paper, my nigga. Yeah, they call me Big Skrilla, but my face card bigger. Look, love from my family, loyalty from my niggas. And if I ever have a problem, then I hit up my hitters. In the streets, pay dues, done had my heart broke. Done seen a lot of shit, real life not a joke. Done seen niggas live, done seen niggas smoke. Done seen niggas fall, but I grew up broke. You could bet your life, boy, you better know. I'm gon' get to it, that Skrilla scratch dough. Use a house nigga, Gates been off the post. They call me sneaky money, 5 minutes on the low. One thing's for sure, I'm gon' get to it. You can't tell me shit if you ain't ever do it. These bullet wounds real, I ain't gotta prove it. Pocket rocket on deck, pray I ain't gotta use it. When you really win it, you're looking like dinner. Tryna prove it to the hood, but the hood was gon' injure. Prove it to some suckers, most likely the pretenders. Just handle your business, say fuck them other niggas. No matter what you do, there'll always be a hoe. Somebody's always mad, this you gotta know. Remain true to self, be ready for the no, be ready for the yes. When you get it, nigga, go. In the streets, pay dues, done had my heart broke. Done seen a lot of shit, real life not a joke. Done seen niggas live, done seen niggas smoke. Done seen niggas ball, but I grew up broke.
All right, that was up. And
Video shoot, he was like, man, you gotta get a real 85th OG in the video. He was in his caddy, he was cleaned up, so man, we put him in the video, man.
so I got on here. I googled how to become a rapper. It says do your research, learn basic music skills, learn lyric writing skills, practice, develop your own unique sound, define your brand, and start writing your own material. Google's got it down, how to become a rapper.
Well, they left out the most important part. Gotta have something to rap about.
If you're a good rapper, you could rap about colonoscopies too.
Yeah, you could. Definitely so.
It's just got to be you.
Right.
Hey, yeah, if you want to bow out like Andre 3000 didn't want to rap about that stuff, that's just not him. And he should say that more.
Everybody got a story, man. And the thing about it is people often have a tendency to think that they're the only one going through it. And because other people don't speak up or say something, then that's how they go through life. But when you have a conversation with people or you open up and you be like, hey, I'm not the only one, or you relate to people, or you may hear a song that an artist created, then you feel like he made the song for you. It happens.
Well, so next week sounds like we're going to be talking about why women have tails in cartoons but not in real life. We were talking about that. And why do they have tails in cartoons?
I don't know what the correlation of that is.
We were talking about that before we started the show, remember?
Maybe because
Chase the tail, but they got no tail.
But they do.
But in cartoons, they got tails.
Maybe the tail is the figurative buttocks.
Yeah, the whale tail.
The whale tail. You know what I mean?
It's not much of a tail.
The wagon that's being dragged. I don't know.
The wagon that's being dragged. See, I mean, but there's no tail. It's a wagon that's dragging. No, yeah, I did right. For the people out there that don't know, rap means rhythm and poetry. You know that? It means rhythm and poetry. So, I mean, that's why I guess Dr. Dre got Snoop to sing a little bit. And Bad Baby is pregnant. That was a disappointment. Cash Me Outside Girl.
That's fair. That's
for all the guys donating all their money to her OnlyFans. Come on, man. That's what a disappointment. Now that body is all inflated.
I mean, to each his own, man. I just feel like it's way too many women out there willing to give it away for you to have to go solicit it.
Yeah, but a sucker is born second.
Can Bad Baby have a good baby?
We'll find out.
We definitely will. The world will see.
In the news said there's a block of magnetic balls being recalled due to causing deaths. So that's bad.
Magnetic balls?
Magnetic balls.
Yeah, that don't sound good at all.
Yeah.
In no facet.
I've got a magnetic leg, but not a ball. All right. Yeah. Well, this is the earliest I've ever done this show. Even the weather forecaster was forecasting he's tired. That's how early it was. He actually had a picture of a guy sleeping as a hint to say he didn't want to be there he segued to a guy sleeping and he's oh yeah, I don't know how that got in there, and he's like, oh man, you're tired. I get it, man, you're tired.
Right.
And all right, so we're gonna end this. Oh yeah, I forgot Daniel saying someone reported a crack house. How do the trap houses look in your area? What's the look of a trap house? Because when I saw there were pigeons coming out and all, what's your observation?
Well, that would be probably more so of a crack house. Now, trap houses is a different.
It's different.
It's different now. Like a trap house, it might not look the best, or it might be, but it's a lot of trapping going on, and what that means is like it could be a hair shop, it could be a weed spot, it could be a heroin spot. They trapping however they getting it out
trap
of.
is just a hustle house.
Just a hustle house.
Okay.
That's it. That's all.
Make sure you don't get it twisted. A trap house is just a hustle house.
That's it. That's all. I'm trapping out the bando. Now that's a different thing. If you're trapping out a bando, then that would be an abandoned house, like a crack house type of thing, to where it's just, you know what I mean. But a trap house, like I know people who live in trap houses right now, man. Straight up.
Maybe that's the new name for the studios, Trap House Studios.
And what is your favorite car?
Oh man, if I had to pick a favorite, I know people gonna shun me. I said 72 Chevelle. I say people gonna shun me because I just sold one, and they like, why you keep selling them if it's your favorite? But body style or whatever. Yeah.
All right, Dodge Challenger SRT with a Hemi right here. All right, last words. Word, like everyone find you and stuff.
Yeah, man, check me out. Skrill Gates on all social platforms. SKRILLGATES on all social platforms. All my new music is released under Gates G8z. If you want to see the G8z, it ain't me. Straight up.
Shout out to Sal Castaneda, but if you could please refrain from using the word guinea pig, because I had to turn off the news for a couple minutes. Don't like that word. He said we're like guinea pigs, and he didn't mean drinking out of a water bottle or eating vegetables. He meant really just like test subject, which he should have said test subject, not guinea pig. I don't like those words.
Right.
Like, it's like saying my cat is just a cat. No, she's a beautiful woman that has fur on her that I care about. Okay, that's weird. Let's end this. Yeah.
Speaking of beautiful
comedians.
Y'all have a good one, man.
There's her right there. Check it out.
Gates.
They're beautiful.
Yep. Say it one more time, Gates. Before I'm sorry, I cut you off before, but say.
Oh yeah.
I said, man, y'all have a good one, man. Tap in with me. Skrill Gates had everything, man. Gates the movement. It's out there. Let's go.
All right. There you go. And here's your lovely lady.
Yeah.